Hello everyone, let's talk about what happens to the house of a deceased person. Let's say a family member, a loved one, a best friend, they pass, they're the sole owners of the house, and the question is what happens to the house? Who needs to step up and do something about it? What about the utilities, the mortgage, the taxes? How does it get transferred? So I could talk about this topic for 3 days and not be done. So this is a very brief summary, or at least a point to begin in dealing with this house. So what about utilities? Well, if the utilities don't get paid, they're going to get turned off. The house is going to incur damage if it needs AC or heat. It depends where you live and what the time of the year is. If you don't make mortgage payments, the mortgage company is going to start foreclosing on the house, of course. What about, can someone start taking over those utilities? Well, the company, the utility company, the electric, the gas, they're not going to allow you to start taking over without proper documentation. How do you get that proper documentation? Well, that house needs to go to someone else. If the person dies, someone else is entitled to that house. Who is that person? Well, it depends on many things. Did the person have a trust? Did the person have a will? Did they have kids? And so on. So how do you find out who is the person entitled to that house? Get an attorney. I think you should, at least we offer phone consultations, very brief, free consultations, or it might be worth paying for an hour or two of an attorney's time to figure out exactly what to do. Please do not rely on the internet, on what she said, he did, the cousin thinks we should do this, because the reality is the bank, the utilities, most entities, most companies, they are not going to deal with a child, a spouse, until they have proper documentation. How do you get that proper documentation? Either through probate, if there is no estate plan in place, or through a trust, if there is a trust, or they may be a transfer on death deed. I often see people coming to see me maybe months and months after the person is deceased, and by now there are so many extra fees and penalties and expenses that could have been avoided if someone would see an attorney as soon as the person passes. I'm not saying the same day, although I've had those calls, but maybe a week or so. Don't wait. If you can, and hopefully the bank will allow some of the utilities and the mortgage payments to continue to go out, but there will be a time when they will stop those payments and someone has to do something. So be proactive, anticipate what's going to happen, what will need to happen, and take care of business before then. If you are just maybe a friend and you know you're not entitled to that estate, and you know the family is, try to reach out the family, but even then you can still get help from an attorney and get some advice on how to proceed. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. I know it's not very much. I will try to post future videos with more information on some of the specific topics, but for now, know that if someone dies and they are the sole owner, living in there by themselves, or even if there are other people living there, someone has to do something. Do not wait, because waiting will cause more damage and will add expenses to that property. Thank you for watching again. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and email me if you have any topics or if you want me to talk about something specifically. Thank you.